I mean, Contact has a very strong local focus and connecting with local communities, building better relationships with the university, with the city centre, with Greater Manchester. But we also have a strong international focus, and everything that we do is really about sort of artistic engagement, innovation in the arts, but also getting young people to be the driving force. And we define young in kind of an unusual way in that we really think 13 to 30, so it's quite a wide spectrum of young people. Although for me, Contact should be a place that everyone's interacting with and getting involved with. But for me, contacting the world is where our international sort of outreach takes it to a whole other level. I mean, I've never attended one. I've only seen the videos and heard the stories and the kind of myths of it. But I mean, you're talking about 12 companies that are sort of come together. So this started in about 2002 around the Commonwealth Games, and Contact being very ambitious. In the beginning it was, let's take two companies, one from the UK, one from somewhere else in the world, maybe Brazil, pair them and have them have a relationship and then create a theater piece about it. So then Contact being Contact said, well, let's not do two, let's do 12. And so it expanded. And so now we have companies coming from basically 9 countries, and then about 10, I guess, with the UK. So you have youth companies, youth theater companies, performance companies, artists who are working in straight theater and experimental theater and hip hop and spoken word in places like Iran, Mumbai, India, Jamaica, in the States, in Wisconsin, and that's at a university where they have the first kind of hip hop spoken word program at the University of Wisconsin. They have a program called First Wave. In Copenhagen, in Switzerland, in Amsterdam. I mean, it truly is this global sort of outreach. So all those companies have been paired, and South Africa as well. So you have Amsterdam and South Africa working together, for example. And then you have Contact's company, so the Manchester company, 10p Mix-Up, are paired with Mumbai, India. So those companies get paired, and then they have, every month they get a creative challenge, and they get sent a box. And in that box will be some kind of a provocation. They'll have to do something, write a manifesto or get the manifesto from another company and go perform it in a public space somewhere. It might be something that simulates writing. And then we also have a Ning. We have a social media website that's dedicated to contacting the world, where all the creativity and everything that's developed actually gets put up there. So people are starting to see each other's process. They're starting to see, what is someone in Mumbai making? What's someone in Wisconsin making? What does Jamaica look like? And it's great seeing the footage of the artists in Jamaica, interpreting work from another place, from another country. And then for me, what's great about that is you kind of have this international collaboration, this international partnership. We're using the old-fashioned sort of mail to get physical objects sent, but we're also using kind of the latest in digital interaction to get those relationships built. But to me, the key factor then is that all those companies will then come to Manchester this summer and be here for a week and create, an insane kind of week-long festival. So I mean, the energy is going to be crazy. We just did a launch on last Friday, and we had we used Skype, and we had the company from Mumbai Skype in. We projected that in our kind of Space 5 lower foyer performance space. So we had one of the members of that company basically watch a performance of her words by the Manchester company. Then we had the University of Wisconsin First Wave group. They were like trying to do a beatbox spoken word piece. The sound cut out, so then I started beatboxing, and then it became this jam session between sort of Wisconsin and Manchester over Skype. So I think the vibe is already starting to build, and you can just feel the energy. And then, I mean, when 150 young people actually then take over this building for a week, they're going to be running workshops. There's going to be 2 shows a night. So each company that's been paired, like for example, Amsterdam and South Africa, will share the stage that night, and they'll do a piece that was based on their interaction. So I think for me, it's just, there's nothing like that. There's nothing, I've never encountered anything like that, where you get young people from so many diverse locations coming together, influencing each other. There's going to be jam sessions, open mics every night. I think for me, the main thing is, this festival's been going on, and there's already going to be a lot of energy in the building, but I don't think enough people in Manchester know about this festival. And this is a chance for people from around Manchester, from around the region, around the UK, to come and really see the cutting edge in sort of in new forms of theater, new forms of performance, and just kind of immerse themselves in different languages, different cultures, and see theater companies from Iran, India, Amsterdam, Switzerland, Denmark. So I think for me, that's why I feel quite passionate about it, that it's something that I know is going to have an impact on the building. I know that the young people involved will never be the same afterwards. But I want the city to never be the same. So I want the city to really engage with it. And there's opportunities. People can take workshops. They can go to the open mics. They can get involved.